Good day and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulohoyani. At midday, or at this time of the day, I want to look at the plight of the Bloemfontein 3. You remember the 3 Bloemfontein cops who were en route to Limpopo on deployment and who were found in the Hennops River next to Centurion. Now the issue here is what really happened, or what is underway here. All that we have up to now is pure conjecture. And what is conjecture? Conjecture is just, some kind of common sense explanation, based on no scientific or investigative work that one simply makes. In other words, the conjecture that we have at our disposal now is that, it was raining heavily on that particular day, and that these people were driving quickly, and they probably, ended up in the Hennops River, perhaps as a result of some accident. But, like I just said a short while ago, that is pure conjecture. Let us go back to when this incident first occurred. The Commissioner of the South African Police Services, Jeff Masemola, intimated that there was criminality involved here and that the police would, leave no stone unturned to get to the bottom of what had happened to these 3 police officers. So clearly at that stage, there was an element of criminality which was being investigated by the police. And one would have expected that a thorough forensic investigation would then be undertaken to sort of put the matter away, or to deal with it in a convincing manner, in an investigative manner that would leave nobody in doubt, especially the families, as to what had happened to those 3 police officers. So when Jeff Masemola, made that disclosure that, or insinuated that there was criminality involved here, he could not have just made that statement. Or I want to believe that he would not just make a statement like that without any form of, evidence to back up what he was saying. This is the National Commission of Police, remember? If he insinuates that there's criminality involved, surely that must be based on some investigative work that has been done by the South African Police Services for him to come and make that sort of conclusion. As I speak now, we don't have the post-mortem reports of any of those 3 police officers. A post-mortem report in situations like this, any forensic investigator will tell you, and any criminal defense lawyer will tell you, is very crucial, because it will tell us just how, or it will throw light into how these people died, right? It might not tell us how the accident occurred, but it will certainly give us the cause of death. Whether, for instance, these people were killed before they were thrown into the Hennops River with their car, or whether they were still alive when they were thrown into the Hennops River and probably drowned in the Hennops River. So that is the sort of thing that you expect from the police. We don't expect conjecture. Conjecture is, mere street talk. And these are the life. This is serious business. This is about the life of 3 police officers, and we expect the police to do a professional investigative job. So we don't have the post-mortem report. We hardly have any idea as to where the investigation is, except that for one curious reason or another, because news just simply dies away after a few days. Something is news today, and, as time goes on, it just fades away into eternity. We are now left with the conjecture that we have, that it was probably an accident. Probably an accident. But we need something much more definitive than just, conjecture and probabilities. We need something much more definite and scientific. In my last discussion with forensic investigator Kapadima, he said that, there needs to be a forensic investigation into this incident so that it becomes very clear whether there was any criminality involved or any fault on the part of the police officers themselves. Because you see, people don't just end up in the Henops River just like that, and we just leave matters just to fade away. Their car was found, car parts were found, some car parts, let me put it that way, were found away from the car. What was happening to that car? What happened to that car such that some parts were found in one part of the river and the rest of the car was found in another part of the river? Did these people drown? So I think these are the sort of answers that South Africans want. And above all, these are the sort of answers that the families of the deceased young police officers want. And let us remember that these are very young people, 24, 25 years old. And the families want closure. Whether it was their own fault or whether it was, due to natural causes or whether it was something else, and not natural causes, we have to get to the bottom of this. And you see, like I said initially, the National Commissioner of Police insinuated that there was some kind of criminality involved here. I think there's more to this than meets the eye. I am looking forward to some insights into this issue with discussions with the forensic investigator, because I don't believe that this is the full story. The full story will only come out once a full forensic investigation is done. And we have the post-mortem reports, we have everything in place so that one is left in no doubt. And the families are left in no doubt as to what happened. I'll certainly be looking into this and making a follow-up. So look out for that follow-up in the next editions of the Daily Fix. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you very much.